How many times have you woken up with a grand plan in mind, full of energy and good intentions, only to end the day without taking a single step toward it? This is the silent cycle of self-sabotage. Big expectations, promises that fade away, and in the end, nothing. The truth is, your destiny isn't built in the future. It's crafted in the small moments of decision in the present. Every choice, no matter how small, is a seed you plant today to harvest tomorrow. And when these seeds are neglected, look around. The life you're living now is an exact reflection of what you've planted, even if unconsciously. Research from Duke University reveals that 40% of our daily actions are habits, not conscious decisions. So, think carefully. Are these habits bringing you closer to the reality you want? Every time you choose laziness over action, you're feeding a tree that will keep you stuck in the same place year after year. Does that hurt? Because it should. Think about the people you admire. Not those who got lucky, but those who built something of value through sweat and consistency. It wasn't just talent that got them there, but the daily choice to nurture what matters and cut out distractions. Every day you choose to engage in conscious creation is like laying down a brick that builds a structure no one can take away. Every small effort is a resistance against easy comfort, a choice that paves the way to what you truly want. Life will keep testing your determination, trying to convince you that obstacles are too big or that your dreams are too distant. But that's the key difference between those who achieve and those who remain stuck in empty promises. Achievers make creation a habit, not a temporary promise. If your desire is real, you'll create for it every day. And if you don't, who will? How many opportunities have you let slip by because you lack the discipline to follow through on what you started? Discipline is what separates those who talk from those who do. While many dream, plan, sketch ideas, only the disciplined can turn these intentions into solid realities. And this happens on the hard ground of routine, where discipline becomes that invisible force holding up the world for those who commit. Do you want prosperity? Then ask yourself, how many times have you let that chance slip away? Discipline, in practice, is doing what needs to be done when no one is watching, when no one is applauding, and especially when everything seems like a mountain to climb. Those who wake up early, manage their finances, and sacrifice distractions that take away focus build prosperity not by talent, but by consistency. This is the difference between those who achieve and those who watch others reach what they themselves left behind. A study published in Psychological Science shows that successful people share one common trait: they can delay gratification. Imagine that you could start building something great today, but it requires you to sacrifice immediate pleasure, rest, leisure, constant distractions. Can you do that? Because every time you choose ease, you're laying one less brick in the foundation of your prosperity. Meanwhile, what are you building? Something solid or just another day that feels like a tired repetition of the last? At the end of the day, who do you think comes closer to a prosperous life? Those who live as spectators of their own dreams, or those who face the routine with relentless discipline, day after day saying no to ease and yes to building what really matters? Discipline is your most powerful choice. Without it, all your potential, ideas, and ambition are just smoke. So what are you waiting for? Do you think prosperity happens overnight? That a lucky break, one brilliant decision, is what separates those who succeed from those who fail? The truth is hard to swallow. Prosperity is the result of a slow process built by small but powerful actions repeated daily. While you wait for a big moment, the real opportunities are in the tiny actions you might not even notice. Each time you invest in learning, health, or financial control, you're feeding the base of prosperity. Prosperous people aren't those who got lucky, but those who, day after day, did the grunt work that no one else wanted to do. They understand that life isn't made of big leaps, but continuous steps, small victories accumulated over time. Think about it. How often have you wanted to reach the top without climbing each step? Examples of this are everywhere. The person who started investing the little they had but kept at it consistently. Or the student who sacrificed distractions to study every day and achieved a solid knowledge base. And the entrepreneur who, before any profits, spent months organizing finances and getting accounts in order. None of this is luck. It's the result of relentless discipline and small actions. While you want prosperity without effort, others are turning discrete steps into a life of abundance and flow. It's time to stop waiting for a big event and start building your own. Each action is a brick. Each daily choice is a step. What are you doing with your time? Where are these small actions taking you? If you want prosperity, build it every day, piece by piece. Because in the end, it's not a magic moment that will lead you to success, but the sum of every step taken day after day. Do you really want a life of ease? A reality where things happen with less effort and more grace? Then drop the mentality of eternal restarts. Because every time you quit and try again, you're adding weight to your journey, creating a snowball of wasted efforts. Flow, that lightness that many envy, is the direct result of consistent discipline. It's when you keep going, without needing to go back to the starting point because you chose not to interrupt your progress. How many times have you abandoned a project, letting it pile up with other failed attempts? Lack of consistency is the enemy of flow. When you work daily, even in small doses, the load lightens and progress starts to flow naturally. Think of the simple habit of organizing daily tasks. Those who do a bit every day don't have to face the chaos of a desk full of pending tasks or the mountain of obligations that never seem to end. That's flow, born from consistency. Consistency also brings something even more precious, peace. Studies show that people with stable, consistent routines experience reduced anxiety and increased efficiency. Source: American Psychological Association. Those who create a steady rhythm see results without needing bursts of effort. This rhythm eliminates the anxiety of always playing catch-up, always fixing the lack of planning, and puts control in your hands. Because what you want isn't more mountains of effort, but a steady road leading to the outcome you seek. And the truth is simple. Flow is only possible for those who take discipline seriously. If you want to live without the constant burden of restarting, you need to learn to build without stopping. Is it a hard choice? Yes. But if you want ease, this is the only way to reach it. Choose a path and keep moving forward without looking back. In this way, flow stops being a wish and becomes your way of living. The difference between a dream and reality is persistence. How many times have you abandoned a project, a goal, a dream simply because the first results didn't come as you imagined? Persistence is what separates those with a solid goal from those who live off empty promises. The truth is harsh, but simple. Creating the reality you want requires you to stay firm, even when everything feels like a wasted effort. Think about people who, despite setbacks, got up and kept going. They weren't driven by impulse, but by a real commitment to what they wanted to achieve. Each step was aligned with their larger goal. It didn't matter how many times they failed, because each failure was met with the discipline to try again, without straying from the path. This is the essence of aligned creation. The discipline you apply is always directed toward what truly matters. Maybe you gave up on something you wanted deeply because results didn't appear right away. Maybe you convinced yourself it wasn't meant to be, or that the world conspired against you. The truth is, anything you truly want, with consistent aligned action, grows, transforms, and becomes real. This isn't theory, it's practice. Persistence is the ground where discipline and creation meet to produce results. When you keep focus and action, circumstances align, not by magic, but because you persisted in one direction. So think carefully. Do your dreams deserve the effort to be sustained? Or are they only good as long as everything is easy and convenient? Those who quit don't have true creation. They only have a fragile wish. If you want a life that's real, you need to create with persistence, day by day, without excuses, without delays. Because that's the only way to turn intention into tangible accomplishment. Imagine that starting today, every choice you make is a seed planted for your future. Creation and discipline are like roots that will strengthen your path, keeping it steady even in the face of storms and uncertainties. These are practices that, when they become your lifestyle, transform how you see and build the world around you. You're no longer waiting for the right moment. You're the one who creates that moment. Many people spend their lives looking from the outside, admiring those who have built something that to them seems impossible. The difference between these lives and yours is the decision to cultivate the future with consistency, because nothing of value is built overnight. Consider subscribing to the channel to keep up with us, and remember, creation and discipline are not shortcuts. They are the foundation for a future that no one can take from you. Are you ready for this journey? Click on the video on your screen now. It will certainly help you progress. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.